Alright, finally it's here. This album, I think it's been out since it was announced that Brian Head Welch from the new metal band Korn is dropping a new album under his solo project Love and Death. They released an album back in 2013, and 8 years later they released Perfectly Preserved. I think they announced it with Down. I don't know. I never liked Korn. I don't listen to a lot of secular metal, so I was like, whatever. And then I see that he's got this solo project, and it's okay. It's not a game changer. I think that's what people were expecting with the reviews, that this was gonna be a game changer. This guy from Korn is gonna create this cool metal album, make Christian metal cool. It's an album that's out there that's really good. It's got these riffs and these lyrics in this new metal form. Now, if you like new metal, I wouldn't say it's modern metal. It's like very early 2000s, 2010 metal, which isn't a bad thing. And I think that's what a lot of people need to get is it's okay to have a not game-changing album. Like if every album's game-changing, then you're not having something that's solid. You're not having something that is there and it is not gonna stand test of time. Something that stands test of time, you can keep listening to it, and maybe it didn't change much. That's I think it's a lot of metal fans need to get. Like with Skillet, it's probably the mini Skillet comparison I'm gonna make. People are like, oh, they don't change that much. They change very little. Some albums go on, there's zero change. I'm like, oh, it makes band good. They have this solid form. They don't keep changing it just for the sake of changing it. There's no reason to. But yeah, I was looking forward to this album. I was like, I'm gonna give this a listen to. Let's see what this is all about. It comprises of Brian Head Welch doing lead vocals and guitar. It's something we don't get to see since Head was more of the background vocals for Korn. So it's nice to see. Uh, it is a little rough, but he's getting into doing lead vocals now. He is backed up by J.R. Brace on guitars, backing vocals, and bass. Uh, Pretty good. Really liked it. Jason Rosh is also joining them on bass. All right, actually from Breaking Benjamin, and Isaiah Perez on drums. It was really cool because this is like that weird super group where it's like Skillet. It's a hodgepodge of different bands coming together, forming this super band. That's how Skillet started as well. You know, so it's like if you're a fan of Korn, fan of Breaking Benjamin, you'll like this album. Maybe you'll like it more than I did. And say I didn't dislike the album. I actually really enjoy it. And they got guest vocals by Lacey Sturm, Keith Mullen, and Ryan Hayes on several projects. And I like how they came out and said that they do not consider themselves a side project for Breaking Benjamin, Korn, for King. They don't. They're like, this is a project that it's like super group. Like, you're fans for these four groups, you'll like this. It's like that crossover. And, it's got these Perfectly Preserved, has a fair amount of melody, very new metal-ish, and it's quite nice. Um, it's pretty good at managing and balancing. You got the sound of Korn, the sound of Breaking Benjamin, and the sound of uh, Shit for a King. So it's like these three different groups with three different sounds coming together, forming this one project. I wouldn't say it's all there. I do feel like it's a little rough and needs to, go through a little more to get to that perfect. So maybe if an album came out 8 years, I wouldn't be mad because then I know it would sound perfect. There's not a whole lot to talk about this album because there's very little going on and a lot going on. I don't know. Infamy probably is my least favorite song off this album because it's like it sounds like it's either the beginning of a song or the ending of a song. It's not. It's not a full song. It's like they cut a piece off a song from a Korn album or this album, and they're like, "Well, I'm making that a song now." And I don't get why it's called Infamy. There's nothing about it that gets me that. Um, but then you got Tragedy, which I really like. Song about endless circle of sinners, focusing on the negatives of tragedy and how that affects them. So you feel like tragedy was supposed to be part of the song, they cut it and made it part of, or that infamy was supposed to be part of the tragedy song, or like prelude to tragedy. They should have made it called like the infamy of tragedy, or tragedy's infamy, and put them together. I don't know. I guess we got Down. Down's a great song. It's one of my favorites. It's got this captivating vocals and music to it. It's talking about getting deeper in sin, it's really neat. And like there's screams, like it starts a whole moloch and then it's like jump right into a scream. It's really neat. And then you got Let Me Love You, which is a cover of a Justin Bieber song featuring Lacey Sturm, and it's strange. I heard it once, I'm like, oh, that's okay. Then it was like Justin Bieber song. I'm like, okay. Let's give it another listen. I'm like, it's fine. I don't know. I'm okay with people doing covers of songs. Like Earth Groan's cover of Deftones, It's My Summer. But this is, I don't know what to say because it's just strange. Probably the other song I like is White Flag, featuring Ryan Hayes, and being down waving a flag to call for Jesus, and has this melodic mix of dash of static vocals in it. It's really neat. Other than that, there's not much really to talk about. Like I said, as it's hardly a game changer, it's largely enjoyable album to listen to. There's probably like 2 songs that are like questionable why they're on the album, but it's still pretty neat to listen to. Having these another person bring Benjamin on it, with Lacey Sturman, like head, like all this mixed together could be something really cool and perfect, like Skillet became. But like Skillet's one of their first albums, they're okay. There's a couple good songs, but as time progressed, it got better and better, and they got like Comatose, Collide, and Awake. And I'm waiting for that, basically, that Comatose album coming up next. It's an novelty blip, basically, because of what it sets out to be is a crossover between Korn and Breaking Benjamin, Lakeström, and all that. You can say Flyleaf, I don't know. But got some neat material, neat messages. It doesn't does it do enough to justify its own existence just about, because it's like a crossover. Everyone wants to see Korn and Breaking Benjamin and all this, and it's pretty neat. So I'd give it a listen to. Like basically, this is Collide first. No, this is what's it called? Or no, yeah, this is like Collide for Skillet, and then you get into like Comatose, and it's like the most favorite Skillet album in like 2000s rock. And I'm really excited for the next thing. If it comes out in 2 years, 3, 4, I'm ready and I'm waiting for it, and I'm really liking it.
10,000 tons!
Yeah. Hey.